through that everybody'd like to see.
Well, there where you.
Let's take a look at 2012. Will you be running for the Senate again?
At this point in time, I'm certainly planning on it. But, I'm going to let a lot of other people worry about 2012. I see a couple of people out there that just got reelected that want to start talking about 2012. I'm focused on 2011. I'm not going to spend my time focusing on 2012 at this point in time because we have too much to do for the economy. We have too much that it has not been done, and I'm not going to get distracted. And my decision about running will not hinge on who's on the other side.
Were you surprised that you won't be running against Governor Heineman, and how do you feel about running against Attorney General Bruning?
Whoever it is, I'll run against them. I don't have a favorite. So it doesn't matter who it is over there. I don't care.
Senator, now that the Republicans have control of the House, what do you think will happen to the health care bill? Do you see more of a move towards compromise or a move towards repealing it?
Well, there's some that are going to come right to Washington ready to repeal it. But I would imagine if they're going to repeal it that they'd have some sort of a plan to replace it. I'm not going to be against a plan I haven't seen, but I'm anxious to see what it is that they're going to offer in return for repealing the health care bill. Do they want to repeal that provision that permits children to stay on their parents' plan till age 26 if they don't qualify for other insurance? What about the removing the lifetime limits and opening that up for everybody? Are they opposed to that? Where companies can't rescind coverage, take it away, cancel it when you get sick, if you had a pre-existing condition. What is it that they don't like about all that? I've got some proposals that I'm going to make to try to improve it because I think that's where we ought to be. But if they've got a plan to replace it with something else, I'll take a look at whatever it is that they've got.
Now, you're a Democrat from a conservative state. How do you see your role in the new Congress?
I think it's the same as it's always been, trying to reach over across the aisle to bring about consensus on solutions. I said when I ran in 2000 that I would support the president when I could. I would oppose when I should, and I wouldn't obstruct. I'd always try to look for some sort of consensus to get something done. And that was what I did with President Bush. It's what I've been doing with President Obama. And I think it's the same role. Might be a little harder this time, but nevertheless, it's what I'm going to try to do.
The economy has sort of taken a back seat to health care in the recent months. How do you think the new Congress will approach economic development?
Well, first of all, I think we need to extend all the Bush tax cuts. In my mind, all of them. We don't need to be raising taxes at a time we're trying to come out of an economic downturn. We need to have more certainty and clarity for business in America today. It's estimated that they're sitting on as much as $1 trillion in cash, trying to decide where to invest it, not whether, where to invest it, in the United States or elsewhere. And if we don't have a clear course for economic growth, that money will very likely, much of it, be invested elsewhere or be held on to. And with economic growth, you get jobs. So if you don't have the economic growth from investment, you're not going to get the job. So that's why we need to make certain that business has a clear and consistent understanding of what it is that government is doing. Tax policy, the economy, the environmental concerns by the EPA, and all the other forms of government need to be, almost have to line the stars to get, and the planets, to get this in place so businesses will have more confidence in where we are and where we're going so that they will invest and reinvest.